Hello and welcome to your daily love reading for Saturday, Super Saturday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in 3 decks of cards for this reading today to connect with the energy around you, your person, your journey. We're going to bring in the amazing Wildwood Tarot, the beautiful Whispers of Love Oracle, and the Ocean of Emotion by Bridget. So we're going to connect with these decks and see what's going on. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsxo@gmail.com. Now, in real time, as you're watching this is Easter weekend. And God wants you to know today, your angels, your guides, wants you to know that there is a plan for your life. The angels know how much you've been struggling, stressing, how frustrating it can be on this journey, and there is a plan. Remember when Jesus was crucified on the cross, and it was so devastating to people around him, even for himself in that physical vessel. He went through all that suffering, all that pain, and his loved ones, his followers, the people around him witnessed all of that and didn't know what was going on. But God had a plan, and God had the perfect time to bring him back to life. And I feel the message I need to give to you today is God has the perfect plan and the perfect time to bring your connection back to life, to resurrect it. And the more you surrender and the more you let go and the more grateful you are and the more in the present moment you are, the quicker you allow that plan to fall into place. And it's so important you know that today, because the angels know how much you've been struggling. And sometimes we struggle more because we're trying to make things happen or force things forward or try and understand how it's going to be. And we just have to trust in what will be. Because if you trust in this love, and I know that you do, because you feel it inside, you've been on this journey a while, you know this is real. If you trust in the love will win. And that's the message I need to share with you on this day. So let's shuffle then and see what's coming through. So thank you, angels. What's the guidance for you today? What's the guidance coming through for you today? Flew out, wow, okay. What's the guidance for them today, for your person? What's the guidance for them? And what's the energy around the journey today? What's the energy around the journey? Flying out, okay? Flying out for the journey there. What's the message from the tarot for you today? What's the message for you today? And this is a beautiful deck. It's got lots of animals in it. I love this deck. So what's the message? What's the message for them today? Straight out. And what's the message for the journey today? Flying out. I love how you've got one card, which is a very clear message. And then there's a few cards for the journey of your person. So what's the energy around you today? What's the energy around them today? What's the energy around them today? Thank you, angels. And what's the energy around the journey itself? What's the energy around the journey itself? And it's so important you look after yourself today. You know, you fill up your own cup, you breathe yourself into the now. Especially if you're having any anxiety or any physical ascension symptoms, breathe. So you've got fear and you've got tired coming through today. So you may be feeling tired right now, exhausted on this journey, drained. And it's because you may be trying to force things forward or things may not be going to your plan. And like I say, remember, there is a plan. So this is all connected with fear, worry. Okay, worry about the future, worry about what's coming, worry about what isn't going on. And the angels want you to let that go and recognize and know that this love can be scary. Love is scary sometimes. It's risky. It's risky to hold on. It's risky to let go. It's risky to feel. It's risky to be vulnerable. It's risky to put your heart on the line. But love always wins. Love conquers all. Love always conquers fear. And love is always worth the wait. And what your person wants you to know today is this love scares them. So if they seem to be running from you, they're not running from you, they're running from themselves and the way this love makes them feel, because it makes them feel vulnerable. It puts them into their own ego and their wounds come up for healing. And you may also be tired today because they are tired. They are feeling tired emotionally and physically because they're not sleeping very well. They're lying awake at night trying to understand themselves. They're trying to come to terms with themselves. They're trying to find solutions to the problems in their life. And that's making them very tired, very emotional, very physically tired as well in their day. So they may be moody. And you're being asked to have faith right now in the journey. So I feel this tiredness that you're picking up on right now is very much connected with them and what they are feeling. And because you are mirrors, you're experiencing that firsthand, but also because you may be feeling like you've had enough. And it's the energy right now. We've all been through a dark night of the soul recently. I spoke about that yesterday as well. Things are going to get better. You're going to feel an improvement moving towards the new moon. But even as quickly as tomorrow, it's Easter Sunday, it's resurrection, it's a healing time. And you are being healed right now. So if you are tired today, make sure you take time for you. You're being kind to yourself, good to yourself, giving yourself a rest if you need one, a break if you need one, a drink of water if you need one, a walk if you need one, doing things for you. So if you're feeling exhausted, tired and drained mentally, emotionally and physically, it's all connected with fear, because ultimately this love can be scary. And it says, because it scarred me. So again, this could be because this love has caused pain in the past that you may still be scarred from. So you may be carrying wounds around connected with your person that still need to be healed, or fears around them reopening those wounds. Because you might think, what if they do that again? Or what if this happens again? What if? And remember, what if is a fear-based energy. It's a future scenario created in the mind. When we go over the past, if only I'd done this differently, if only they'd said that, if only this had happened. And we can go over and over and over things, but it doesn't change anything. What does change things is the way we're looking at things, changing our perspective, and recognizing that fear is illusion. It's not real. It's created in the mind, and it causes pain in the body. So if you're feeling pain in the body today, physical symptoms, ascension symptoms, tiredness, feeling drained, breathe yourself into the now and affirm, I am safe. There is a plan. And I just need to let go of that plan to have faith in it, because God is working in your favour right now. And any fear you're experiencing right now about what will happen or what won't happen, it's all illusion created in the mind to hold you back and cause you fear and keep you stuck. So take control of your life today. And this is why you've got this kind of star coming out here, the pole star, but you've got 17, because you're being reminded you're on the right path, you're being guided, you're being protected, you are safe. And the reason sometimes why the journey feels so toxic before union is because it's not the right time for union. The reason why you come together with your person, it's all magical, and then all the wounds come up, is because you have to go within and heal those wounds. Both of you have healing to do. So when you come into union, you stay together and you stick together and you show the world and yourselves just how strong this love is. So understand you are being guided. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. You are where you're meant to be right now to experience growth and understanding, to become wiser and stronger as a soul. The message is, do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. Now, this doesn't mean you give your attention to your twin, because you're finding that tiring or draining right now. You're feeling, especially if you are wanting things to happen quick or over-analysing things. You know, the amount of times on this journey we go over and over and over in our head, all the things that have happened, all the things that they've said, all the things that we've said, all the things that we expected to happen, and it can drive you mad. So when you focus on service, when you do something for someone else in the community, or if you do something for someone that you are giving a spiritual practice to, or giving some kind of spiritual energy to, so you're focusing on service, then you feel better. Why? Because you're moving beyond your ego. When you're connecting with your person, when you're doing something for them, you're still operating in ego. Even if you're doing something from your higher self and you're being very kind and loving and very unconditional, your ego is still there saying things to you, because your ego is still tapped in with the fear-based energy around your person. When you're doing something for someone else selflessly, through service work, through light work, through being the earth angel you came here to be, you're out of ego and you feel better. It uplifts your energy, your vibration shifts, and you feel at peace. And you start feeling like there is a plan. Everything is okay. And that's because you've moved out of ego in that moment and shifted your perception and your vibration. So the angels are saying, if you're tired today, if you're in fear, if you're worrying about things, Remember, you're being guided and you are part of that guiding light, that you are a guiding light to others. So do something for someone else. Operate in service today and it will make you feel better. And also spiritual connection. Remember, this is a spiritual connection. It's designed this way for soul growth. So it's not just about the physical connection. It's about the way that you can connect through telepathy, through the feelings you share, the dreams. And they give me fear. So when you're going into fear, close your eyes and feel the love, and you'll feel your person with you. And it will feel beautiful. It won't feel ego-driven or ego-based because you're moving out of your ego in that moment. And you're recognizing that what is real is love. And they are learning too. It's a beautiful connection you share. This relationship is a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. You've had other lives before. You've lived before. You've done this before. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. You can handle this. You are strong and capable. The universe is guiding you. Archangel Michael is giving you strength. God is armoring you up. Jesus is helping you to walk in unconditional love. So if you've seen any grey areas in your life today and you're thinking, what's this all about? It isn't all one way or the other. Remember, you're learning to see beyond the physical way. You're learning to feel what you're feeling and experience what you're feeling in a very profound way, because that's why you've come to Earth. So this is a spiritual connection. You just need to look at it closer. And if you're wondering what your connection is right now, this is the angel saying to you, this is a higher love. This is a spiritual connection. This is something you've signed up for. You queued up to come to Earth to experience this emotion and this feeling and this pain. But you go through the trials and tribulations to remember how powerful you are, how wise and strong you are, what a warrior you are. So when you overcome it, you look back and you breathe a sigh of relief and say, I did this. I did this. I handled that. I got through this. What a strong warrior I really am. And then you feel the benefits. You feel good. You feel excited. You feel ready. Now, the energy that's coming in around them today, we've got strong and we've got passion. And they are strong when they are connecting with your passion, when they feel you, when they connect with you. And they are asking themselves the question right now, am I strong enough? Am I strong enough to follow my heart? Am I strong enough to make changes in my life? Because you make me feel things I can't even describe. You make me feel passionate about myself, about my life, about what I could have. You've changed them on the inside and the outside. And they are looking in the mirror today thinking, am I strong enough for this? I don't know if I'm as strong as you think I am. Am I strong? Because you see them as strong and capable. You know when you're operating from your higher self that they have the power to change their life, that they have the power to speak their truth, to remove the mask, to do what they've come here to do. Otherwise, they wouldn't have chosen to come here to try and do it. They have to find that strength within. And remember, you just sending them love and light is enough. You being you is enough. When you're shining your light, it helps them to shine their light. So they are saying, I don't know if I'm as strong as you think I am. I'm not as strong as you. I need a bit of time. But what they are aware of is that you make them feel things they can't even describe. You make them feel passion and desire they've never felt. And that's for you as a person, the desire, the way they want to be with you physically and emotionally, but also that you give them a renewed passion for life. There's a difference between living a life and living a life. Living a life can be eat, sleep, repeat, a pattern. Getting up, going to bed, getting up, doing your work, going to bed, getting up, eating, doing things, routine, and then going to bed, very robotic. Living is thriving. When you wake up excited, you open the curtains and you're excited for what will come, whether it's you going to work or the day you're having or the person you're with and the person you are. It's really the person you are that brings that passion in. And you bring that out of them. You give them this strength. And this is them really finding their way right now. Being able to look in the mirror and see themselves. And I know that you've seen those things on social media where you may see a little kitten looking at their reflection in a mirror, seeing a lion. Or you see a baby eagle looking into the mirror and seeing a fully grown eagle. This is how they are seeing themselves right now because they are building their strength. And they find strength in this passion. They can't stay away from you. It's only a matter of time. They try and repress this love, hide this love, to go back into their living life, routine, robotic cycle, but you've shown them a new way. You tick all the boxes, you help them to remember their truth, that they are desirable. They give me fear, that they are desired, that they can desire something more in their life. And this is why they're moving out of this stuck energy. They feel now like there is an injustice in their life. They feel like, I don't want to be stuck here. And they are questioning everything in their life, feeling that they're being punished, but really they're punishing themselves. They're sabotaging things themselves by remaining stuck in the cycle. So they can try and remain stuck in that cycle, but this year the wood snake is saying, no, no, no. You have to release this cycle. You have to let go of this karmic energy around you. You have to move on from the past. It's time to start again in a more balanced way. So again, the scales there connected with the Libra energy, justice, connected with the energy of needing a change, connecting with bringing in that karmic ending. And this can also be legalities like divorce, custody of children, sorting out property documents, property settlements. It can be connected with money, financial ties being dissolved, sorting out investments, if there's work commitments as well. So they know what they need to do. And they're very much in their mind right now thinking about this because they're being guided. And this is what's happening during the silent times. They're being guided, they're going within. They're feeling all this passion. They're dreaming about you. They're fantasizing about you. They're recognizing who you are to them in a very passionate way. You do things to them. So they are thinking about you in this way. So if you're thinking, I wonder if they're thinking about me today, they are. And there's good news coming. There's a decision ahead. We've got the Ace of Vessels, the waters of life. And I love this because we've got a stag in this card, which is a symbol of union and their transformation, and that they are drinking the water. And what I'm really being shown in this card, which is really powerful, we've been talking, haven't we, about you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Now imagine they're the horse. You've been leading them to the water, to the cup of life, to their future. So the water is their future. It's everything they want. It's the elixir of life. It's everything they want in human form, which is you, and a life that they can enjoy and thrive in, not just survive in. And you've led them to that by being yourself, showing them who you are, sometimes overselling who you are, which you don't need to do. We've all been guilty of that at some point. You may have told them about twin flames. You may have shown them a new way. But you've been waiting for them to drink the water. Because you can't make them do that. You can't force it down the throat. They have to decide on their own, in their own terms. And recently the angels have been saying, stop trying to lead them to the water. You don't need to do that. They have to find their own way there. And that's why when you try and tell them about this journey, sometimes it can backfire. And they can block you, ghost you, ignore you. But really what they're doing then is processing. But they're at the water and now they're starting to drink. And the reason why is because you've surrendered. You're being guided to let go, remember, and have faith in God's plan. And because you're doing that, they're finally drinking the water. They're finally having a taste of what they want. They've already tasted it. So I feel this is a huge sign that they are going to be reaching out soon and testing the water with you, because now they've had a taste of you and this passion. Doesn't matter whether you've been intimate or not, you've shown them a new way. Now they've had a taste of this, they're never going to stop drinking this. They can stop for a moment and think, but they're going to continue drinking. So this is a huge sign of change coming in, that this horse, which is your person, is drinking the water. And we've got, look at this, the mirror, looking in the mirror, we've got the number 12 there as well, mirror work 1221. And if you've been seeing 1221 and you've been feeling tired and drained and going through a dark night of the soul, if you've been feeling anxious, the angels are saying to you, breathe. You're going through this to surrender. This is the final surrender. And you may be really struggling with it. And I can say, hand on heart, in my own journey, I've been really struggling with it too. So I know how it feels. But it's an ongoing process. We have to be kind and loving to ourselves. And if we step back, we have to know it's how we step forward. So the angels say to you, this is a time for you to let this go right now. Doesn't mean you're moving on. It means you're allowing the journey to flow. Be in the flow. Close your eyes. Harness your own power. Focus on manifesting through intention, affirmations, materializing your thoughts into form through your thoughts becoming things, your visualization, asking the universe for what you want. And they are your mirror. And you've held the mirror up in their face and shown them how bad things are in their life. So yes, there may be things they enjoy. They're in a comfort zone. It may be comfortable, but it's not thrilling them. It's nothing they can be passionate about. It's nothing they can really write about. And that's what some of them want to do. So the energy around them is, look at this, true love. You and them are true love. There's nobody that makes them feel the way that you do. There's nobody that is you. This love is a once in a lifetime love. And guess what? They know that, because the passion they have for you, the desire, the lust, the feelings, the emotions, the soul connection, that doesn't come around very often. And they know that this is a once in a lifetime love. If they were someone else right now, that person is not their once in a lifetime love. You are. And that person will be getting more and more up their nose and on their nerves right now as they prepare for a new beginning with you. They know they want you. They're going to taste this cup. Now they've had a taste of you, whether it's a conversation with you, looking into your eyes, or making love to you. Doesn't matter how intimate it's been, they've had a taste of you. And they're not going to give that up, because they know this love with you is a once in a lifetime love. And guess what? That scares them, because they may have wounding around the past. They may have wounding around past lives you've shared together. It scares them because it can scar them. So they get scared because you have the power to hurt them. Now, nobody has the power to hurt us without our own permission, but because they feel vulnerable around you and you have their heart, they feel they can get hurt and let down and abandoned. And that's why they're working through all these fears. So if you're wondering if they know who you are to them, they know. They know that you're their mirror, the other half of their soul. They know. They may not recognize what the label is, but they certainly feel it. So the energy around the journey right now says, act as if your partner is here. So this is a little bit of homework for you. If you've been worrying, overthinking, feeling negative, now's the time to turn that around. See this as a fresh start today. Say, right, today I'm going to act as if my twin is here with me. My counterpart is by my side, that we're already in union. I'm going to act as if. I know it's true. I know this is happening. I'm not going to doubt it anymore. I'm going to surrender. I'm going to give this to God. I'm going to have faith in this love. Because all the ways you perhaps try and move on, and you might think, right, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to date other people, or I'm going to focus on all the negative things that you did. Or these are things that can cause self-sabotage in your own journey. So the angels say, act as if they're already there with you. Because they are in spiritual truth. You are one. It says whether you have someone in your life or not, whether they are there or not, act as if they are with you. So you will always consider them, and they will be there in your mind. So perhaps, and it might feel a bit silly at first, but nobody has to know what you're doing. You do this in your own mind. If you live alone, when you come home, open your door, I'm home, as if you're telling them, you're announcing you are back. Imagine them pulling up in their car. If they drive a car, or they, are in some other vehicle, a motorbike or a van or whatever, imagine it pulling into your drive. Imagine them picking you up and taking you out somewhere. You could imagine other things like marriage and having a family together, whatever it is you want. But act as if they're with you in your day. And this is a really good thing to do. So when you go out and about somewhere, imagine they're with you. Imagine you're talking to them in your mind. If you go shopping, think about what they might like. When you're cooking your dinner, think, I wonder what I would be cooking for them today. And they give me fear. When you're watching TV, imagine they are sitting by your side. It doesn't mean you're crazy or delusional. It means you are manifesting. It means you are just feeling the power of the inner union. And the only thing there is real is love. And that's true. And they want you to know that you're the most real thing in their life, even if you're not physically there. There's just fear in the way right now, ego. So shift your focus from the problem back to the love. And it's so important that happens, that you shift your focus back to the love, so you're not focusing on all the negatives or blaming them for things or going over the past. Too often in the comments, I'll see people moaning about everything or blaming their person when it's really about looking at the self and saying, how is this affecting me? What do I need to heal within me? And a great affirmation to use is, I'm willing to release that part of me that gets angered when I think of you. I'm willing to release all of the anger in me when I think about you. So it's about you and how they mirror back to you what you need to heal and what you need to change. And a lot of the time, what they mirror back to us is that we need to love ourselves more, give to ourselves more, nurture our inner child more, be more loving to ourselves. And then we're not looking outside of ourselves for anything. Instead, we're going within to self and source. So this is a huge sign of change coming in. And remember, what they are doing as well is focusing on the love. So whereas they may have been focusing on all the problems and all the stress, now they're finding solutions. They're remembering who you are. They're thinking about the passion and the desire. So even if they've been pushing down or repressing their feelings, they're coming right back up to the surface. We've got unstable. It may feel unstable right now. It says, I'm walking a thin line between being okay and being a complete mess. And I feel you're both going through this. And this is a huge sign there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's going to be a resurrection here, a healing is coming in. So I definitely feel between tomorrow, Easter Sunday, and the new moon, there's going to be an improvement in the way you feel. So if you've been having highs and lows, ups and downs, feeling emotional 1 minute, okay the next, or maybe you've been feeling physically okay 1 minute and then physically shaky the next, you're going to feel much better. Because you've both been walking this thin line between being okay and being a complete mess because you know you belong together. And there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Look at the warmth in this card. Your solar plexus is guiding you back together. We've got the Ace of Stones, the foundation of life. Something is being built. And what I'm seeing this as is the resurrection stone. So I'm seeing this as the tomb and then the stone that covered the tomb being taken away. So again, this about coming out into the open, this journey being brought back to life, resurrection, coming out of the darkness. So this is another big sign about communication coming in, opening doors, building a foundation. And we've got the moon on water. So again, this is the stag. I'm seeing this as the stag. It's come to water. Just needs time to drink now. A lot of them have already had a taste. So you've got to have faith now they're about to drink this water. And the full moon may be significant here as well. So obviously we've got the next full moon that's coming through on the 12th of May. So big shifts and changes happening here between now and the 12th of May. And they are living in remorse. They said, I know I've messed up and it's killing me. I know I've made mistakes. And they want to make up for those mistakes. And your journey is to surrender. Can we forgive and forget? Can we sort things out? They're going to come forward with a white flag. The white flag is about sorting things out, clearing the air, making things right. Coming to you with an apology. Coming to you with this energy saying, I know I've made mistakes. I hope you can forgive me. Can we move forward? So you may not forget, but you heal it through forgiveness. And you know this is ahead. So what I'm feeling is between the new moon, but really between tomorrow and the new moon and the full moon, I feel there's going to be this reconciliation coming in. And we've got the blessed oak here. And this is a huge sign of change anyway between January just gone and June, which we've been talking about, shifts between now and June. And what I'm feeling with this is your person's life has felt like it's been falling apart without you. They feel like it's only a matter of time if they remain where they are until they fall in this crack. And they don't want to do that, so they're pulling themselves together. So they're finding their way. So I'm seeing this as someone who's about to fall is ready to fly. And you hear these stories about eagles, and I've heard this about eagles before, that eagles can be ruthless with their young. You know, eagles can throw their young out of the trees to make them fly. So remember what that's like is God, when he comes along and prunes your tree, he will throw you out of situations to make you fly. So if they are sitting around in their comfort zone, not learning, not growing as a soul, why have they come to earth? God will be up there saying, you're not really doing what you said you'd do. I I don't want to hurt you, son, daughter, but I know that I have to for your own good. So I'm going to prune your tree. I'm going to throw you out of this tree and I'm going to shake everything up. And you have a choice. You can either fall or you can fly. What's it going to be? Are you a victim or a victor? What's it going to be? And this is when they're going to drink that cup of water. This is when they're going to move forward. They're going to wave that victory flag because they know they've got to. Otherwise, what's the point of them coming to earth? You're going to come back in another lifetime, another lifetime, and another lifetime. And God wants you together now. The universe wants you together now because you have a mission here and now. This is the time. We're moving towards the golden age. And the universe, God, the higher power, whoever you connect with up there, wants you together down here. So remember that whatever you're going through, God is sitting there working it out like this, watching you. And he watches every one of us. He is non-denominational. He can be with you and me and everyone else at the same time, just like the archangels can, because he created the archangels for you in that way. So think about your life right now. And it's really powerful if you do that, because you might be thinking, I know I want this love. I want this love and I know I need to surrender, but I'm going to reach out. And God's there saying, well, you want this love and I'm telling you and guiding you to surrender, but you're reaching out. So you're not really doing what I said. So God is up there thinking. And he's thinking, right, so we're going to bring a block in then. So you have to surrender, you see? And this happened to me. I was out walking not long ago. And I was talking to God and I said, I'll do anything to be in this union. That's how much I love him. I would do anything. And God was saying back to me, but you're not, are you, Liz? Because you've reached out again. You aren't surrendering, or you're not doing what I've asked you to do. And I'm like, no, God, sorry. I understand. I know what I need to do. So remember that. Look at your own life first before you judge your twin, or you blame them for something, or you think there's something wrong, or you're looking outside, or you go within and say, what is my guidance right now? Am I doing that, or am I going against it? Am I trying to force it? Am I making myself tired and drained by not following the guidance that I'm being given because of fear, because I'm afraid, because I don't know what's going to happen if I don't reach out? I'm afraid of losing them, so I'm going to try and keep forcing it forward. But the more you do that, the worse things get. The more you pull your energy back, the stronger they get. The more likely they are to drink that cup or go to that body of water and drink. So big message today to surrender and give it to God, because God has a plan. God is good and God has a plan. And that's what he's thinking all the time. I have to do things for your highest good. And you may not understand God's plan. You may shout at him, and that's okay, because you're his child. And he knows his children are going to shout at him sometimes. But that's okay as long as you love him too. And we do. So don't let fear get in the way of this journey, of your connection with your creator, or most importantly, feeling good about you, because you are magnificent, special and strong. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.